The statue reaches blind. Your skeleton is... Before you, a statue as you step...
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you let that bit in sort out for yourself, Noah.
I'm all right.
I'm approaching this the wrong way. I must be. Someone's been digging rather hastily. Something isn't right here.
The spirit notices his eviscerated corpse.
Voidwalker did not. I want his head. Bring it to me. Head of the dog, Garvin. Spoil that He'll got the business. Same as he did me. Rat. Pig. Find him. Where is his head? Speak!
To think. Why not think big? Back off, pigeon!
The enormous, unusual...
Didn't hear me the first time, parrot.
He smiles a jagged...
We'll see. You want to cross my bridge?
He rubs his left...
And I don't want to hear any whiny little baby noises about it either. I think not. Pay up!
His eyes narrow to glinting slits, and a deep laugh shakes his whole...
The competition. A little... He took over the... That's a little...
Grog drags a...
There.
Just when I think this land still.
The creature devours...
I have my... He drained me. Let me feed. Mordus. Rip away his... My source was his life. My soul jar waits in the hills.
The creature continues. The creature ravenously gorges on a bloody cadaver. You look close at his victim and notice the corpse's small size. His meal...
My soul jar is almost in my grasp.
with sauce and...
Its red-stained mouth curls into a grimace.
The younger the meat, the purer the power. My soul, mine to claim. What remains is yours, Skell, though they are of use in this world alone. I'm sure we can agree that a few dried-out meat bags is acceptable sacrifice. I am me. I am whole. I am Zash!
Magisters!
Your powers of observation astonish me.
He spares you but a glance.
One more step and you'll feel the sauce.
Surrender, sorcerer.
Best you leave the building, stranger. We have sorcerer trouble. We're trying to talk her down without a fight. God's damn sorcerers. A sorceress, as it happens. A master of portals, and a lizard too. She seems unable to escape, thank the divine. But we chased her clear across the country, and normally we'd take her down. It's do or die. Well, it's your funeral. Try not to let her use sorcery on you. I'd like to avoid having Voidwoken show up. And do watch out for the lava. That's instant death. We'll keep her distracted while you get close. Go on then, if you're going.
The Magisters are dead. You have my thanks. You know your trade.
She offers you a grateful smile.
Little good. I went to Paradise Downs to teach a young sorcerer, Gwydion, but the Magisters came for us. We fought them off, and our source drew Voidwoken. You may blame the Magisters for the horror. Responsible? No. I have regrets. If the Magisters had not come, it would have not happened. It is not our fault that our talents draw the void. We are not the problem. We are I was on my way to where I thought that I might find a friend, of whom I'll say no more. The Magisters trapped me, and it appears I did find a friend. Just not the one I'd expected.
She gives you a long look, considering the request.
You have proven yourself a friend, at least, but you must prove your heart. I'll ask one more thing of you. I left my apprentice, Gwydion Rince, at the Black Pits. He is with his family. They are in danger. Help them, and I will help you. I should be most grateful.
The statue gestures toward your eyes close, death's shadows lift, rain becomes sun. Whatever fear this graveyard provoked is now bathed in brilliant light.
My hero, I'm grateful. What news of Gwydion Rince? Have you found him?
She arches what would be an eyebrow if lizards had eyebrows.
Such a talented young sorcerer. In better times, he might have been a famous healer, a leader. But the Magisters have driven our kind into the shadows. Gwydion feared the great power within him. He did his best to hide it, but something so beautiful cannot stay hidden forever. A kind couple beseeched me to look after him, to teach him how to control his powers. I was happy to help, but it...
Won't budge.
see a cage, and there's something in it. There's a boat at the dock. Perhaps it may take us to the island.
Shall I take you to the island? I shall. I shall. Step this way. All aboard.
Good day to you.
Hello, miss.
What is that thing?
Please, my lord. My lord. Help me.
A haughty-looking undead woman, unmasked, surveys the ground around her, seeking something. Suddenly,
What side do you take?
her voice is clipped and detached, with metallic overtones. It even seems to echo, as if she's speaking to you from very far away. She cocks her skull to one side with a nightmarish creak. Though her shiny visage is completely devoid of emotion, you sense confusion in her manner. Confusion and more than a little scorn.
Quick now, quickly. Do you support Divine Order or Black Ring? So long as you do not pledge allegiance to the Ring, we can talk. Perhaps I have books, though I hate to part with them. Eithne was.
She slaps her face.
I am the flames. There was no making, and here I stand. That would be prudent if I want survival is not something that interests me any.
Suddenly, she leans towards you with...
Enough about that. I'm travelling as I look for a particular book. A tome to teach me how...
She scuffs one boot.
For my collection?
She opens and closes her jaw several times before
I spent years alone in a... What is this world but a training ground for the next? What is this decaying body but the tool to get me there? I have almost everything I need to go. I just need that book. Money. Plenty of it. That's what the living care about, yes?
With a curt nod, she turns back to her books.
There must be one to be found somewhere. Do you have it? Do you have the book I seek?
The spirit appears.
Trolls! Almost, but of course.
She has no more.
Do you have it? Do you have the book I seek?
the spirit of a very young nun wanders in the cloister. Seeing you, she...
Hello? Are you lost? Are you looking for a home? It is a home. A home for those who need one. Under the wing of Father Rallick, all are safe. All can find comfort. All those of my kind, at least. My parents were killed. Tragically. I wandered in the forests until the sisters found me. They washed my sins away, fed me, clothed me. That's what home is.
She shrugs. If you had to choose an adjective to describe that shrug of hers, the closest word you could find would be sly.
Home's home. And besides, my parents are surely in the halls. By Rallick's blessing, I remain here.
A wave of resentment washes from the spirit before you. An adult life spent in service is rewarded with a forgotten death out here. The Magister's spirit has the 1,000-yard stare of the death-shocked. The Shade walks in silent meditation. With eyes closed, she gently places her feet one by one on the grass, sensing your
Blessings of the child Rallick upon you, my child. Here is a place of tranquility where those of faith can gather together. You are welcome to stay and walk with me should you wish it, though my vigil honors Rallick, who bears no tenderness towards your kind.
Her thin lips press together. A fleeting look of despair crosses her wizened face, only to vanish almost instantly.
I cannot read the future, child. I live still, see? How else would we be in conversation? Rallick honors his chosen. Were I dead, I would be standing by his right-hand side in a hall of echoes. I walk in Rallick's footsteps.
Hate washes over you from the spirit. Hatred for all the world. Sorcerers, soldiers, leaders, and Lucian himself. Especially the Divine, who died and left us all alone. Pinched of face and stern of features, the spirit of a matronly nun eyes you gravely above her prayer beads.
Welcome to the House of Rallick. What brings you to my master's abode? This is the home of Rallick on Earth. You would be wise to bow your head in his honor, as all the races should bow before his chosen ones.
She nods, satisfied.
Always remember,
I'm a rabbit. That's what I said. Rabbit. Rabbit. Nothing much. Gambling, munching. Generally been a rabbit.
I walk in Ralik's foot.
True and cruel. 10,000 masks of cowardice, each and every one of them. He'll carve them all, one by slowly one into your quivering flesh.
He can do what he will. But one day his one true name I'll know, and so undo him. I suppose even you don't know your master's name, do you?
The Master? The Shadow? The Crawler? He has 10,000 names, all true and cruel.
10,000 masks of cowardice, each and every one of them.
He'll carve them all, one
In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite the all too unsettling nearness of these horrors, he looks poised, regal even, and wholly at ease.
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the wanderer lost in the woods. There is much weakness in Revelation. What upper hand you had, you've lost.
He eyes you with a sudden intensity, makes you feel like a weight upon a scale, balanced against an unknown measure.
I stand corrected. It is in the revelation that you show your upper hand.
He sighs, contentedly it seems, darts his eyes to the demons, then back to you.
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they, Godwoken? May I offer you anything to drink?
He pours 2 glasses of wine, hands you one with a polite nod of the head.
Cheers.
The echo of your glasses clinking billows through the forest, disharmonized only by the vicious chattering of demon teeth.
To your very good health, I'm sure. Now then, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Jehan. Above all, I am a demon hunter. Underneath it all, I am what those with a flair for hyperbole call a master of the source. Of course you are. That is what Godwoken do. The answer to your next question, by the by, is yes, I will teach you, if you do something for me first. Quid pro quo, I'm afraid. A tad vulgar of me, that much I admit, but needs must when the demon drives. It will come as no surprise, I suppose, that it is a demon that drives me to seek your benevolence. I've been hunting him for a long time, and now
He points towards the northeast. You see nothing in that direction but grey water and a thick mist in which ghoulish shapes seem to form and fade.
I know it's there. My caged guests have confirmed as much. But to my great frustration, I cannot reach my goal. Death fog surrounds the island, and through death fog even I cannot pass. That is where you come in. Indeed, you can pass through the fog unscathed. As for the creature you will find on the other side, consider it a test. Kill the demon, and I will be your teacher. Then let me shake your hand and describe your target. The demon's guise, or vessel, one can't be quite certain, is that of a lizard known only as the Advocate. Like all of his ilk, he is kind, he is charming. He will offer you what you desire most at seemingly no cost at all. There is no such thing as no cost at all. My advice is to strike before he even has a chance to speak. But should you choose to disregard me, should you allow him to parley, all you have to do is say no. Above all else, remember that. Death fog obscures any approach and hangs thick over the collapsed bridge that led to the isle from the Driftwood Road. There is more than the mist alone there, though. Magic that evades my eyes. I also spotted a sloop further down the shoreline, but of course, a quiet afternoon's boating trip will be quite ruined once one hits death fog-shrouded waters. That is to say, no living thing would survive such a trip. It is a place of irony, if you will.
Once the site of an academy dedicated to the art of demon hunting, now the remnant of a dream sliced open into nightmare. Rumor has it an exorcism went wrong there long ago, and for a short time a great demon stood unopposed. Had it not been for Dr. Deva, the entirety of Reaper's Coast could have looked like Blood Moon Island looks today. He contained the demon and its blood spawn to the doomed shores of the isle, surrounded it with death fog, and never looked back. I met him once, during a soiree in Arx. Quite the eccentric is Dr. Deva. But then again...
He looks you up and down.
Aren't we all?
He smiles, like one would at a child, asking about the birds and the bees.
I know because I've known others like you. Those whose fates are chained, for better or for worse, to that of the gods themselves. I have battled the foe of foes, and conquered it. For a while. I have sat in perfumed gardens with the source herself, drank life from her very lips. I have seen well over 2,000 springs, and will continue to do so until time itself closes its weary eyes. Trust me, I know what you are, and what you can be. May you wander in wisdom.
What?
Nothing good will come of speaking with them. They may sound merely mad, but they're infinitely more clever than you imagine. They move between moods like wind through trees, only to settle upon the one that may just sway. They'll talk themselves out of that cage if you let them. You'll be their key before you know it. You're playing with fire, Godwoken. But far be it from me to come between you and what you consider entertainment. How fares the hunt, my friend? Death fog obscures any approach and hangs thick over the collapsed bridge. There is more. That is to say, it is a place of irony. If rumor he contained the he looks. Aren't we all?
He smiles.
I trust. May you. How fares the hunt, my friend? May you.
I'll kill your shining lights! I'll kill your shining lights! Venomous toad! I'd lick his back and say goodnight! I'd skin him all alive! Oh, baby, oh, darling, I'm so sorry! Come to me, and I'll kill your shining lights! Bubbling skin and burning knuckle! I'll kill your shining lights!
The bitter air warms as you are relieved of...
Better not be giving Boss a hard time.
Poor baby.
Why you gotta make us hurt ya?
Better get out there before Maldus makes it all the way past Arks. All right. Then you know I mean business, and you know what's at stake. Don't disappoint me. That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Charlie's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like they did the sorcerers. Bloody lad. Flapping his gums in the next life, too. That's another little venture of ours. Don't concern you, though. Well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. She'll be back in time. She and Anhar were sweethearts. We will, once the Reds turn down the alarm a bit. They're jumpy as all hell for the moment. Won't do anyone any good to raise a ruckus now. Whatever needs doing. Isn't that obvious? What are you doing with that? Hand it over. That's my property.
He quickly reads over the letter, as though making sure nothing has changed.
Good you brought this to me. I'd hate to think what might have happened to you if you hadn't. Better get out there before Maldus makes it all the way past Arks. I asked you for a man, not a note.
He takes the letter from your hands and reads it quickly, face hardening with anger as he reaches the end.
Bloody goddamn spit-sucking weasel! This is bad. Not just for me and mine. Not just for you and yours. This is bad. For everyone. Hell if I know, but it don't sound good. Seems as though Mordus wasn't mine after all. Trouble is, I don't know whose he is. Of course. That's why I haven't heard from the cave. Sabotage. Listen up, I need your help. We all do. Mordus has his hands on something dangerous. Something I was trying to protect us from. Not just my folks. The whole damn realm. Look, me and mine, we move classified cargo. Take it right off Magister ships and put it into the hands of those that will use it rightly. Trouble is, we came across something no one ought to have. Not the Magisters, not my folks, not the gods themselves. I ordered it to be destroyed. I guess Mordus, whoever he's working for, wants it for themselves. That can't happen. Reckon I can guess. My people had an operation up in the caves outside town. Good access to red ships and plenty of privacy, too. Haven't heard from them in a couple of days now. I thought maybe we'd lost the messengers to Voidwoken in the hills, but now I think it's worse than I thought. I bet my lucky left foot Maldus is in the cave. You've got to get to him before he gets his hands on that cargo. Pray to whoever you pray to that it ain't too late. Finally, someone with a little sense around here. Give me your map. I'll show you where we were operating, where I think Mordus will be. I don't want to know what'll happen if he gets what he's after.
You can end all this.
Lohar rubs his forehead beneath his hood and stares at the ground. As you approach, his face hardens and he stands at his full height.
So? Good spot to ground ships from, I'll tell you that much. The Reds never see it coming. I sent some of my best people there. It's not like them not to report back in so long. I'm counting on you. Whatever's...
You ain't gonna last much longer.
Why you gotta make us hurt ya?
Lohar rubs his forehead beneath his...
So? All right.
That's a lot of blood. I'm busy.
Didn't I tell you to stay?
Oh? Oh, God.
Better get out there before Maldus makes it all the way past Arcs. All right? Whatever needs doing. Isn't that obvious? That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. Bloody lad. We will, once the Reds turn down the... Then you know I mean business. What are you doing? Hand it over.
He quickly reads...
Good you bought this to...
Looking rough, Mole. Real rough.
Better get out there before Maldus makes it all the way past Arx. I asked you for a man, not a nut.
He takes the letter from your hands and reads it quickly.
Bloody gods, this is bad. Not just for me and mine. Hell if I know. Of course. Listen up, I need your help. Look, trouble is, I ordered it to... That can't happen. The less you know, my people haven't heard from... I bet my luck. Pray to whoever you pray to that it ain't to. Finally, son, give me your map. I don't want to know.
Lohar rubs his forehead beneath his hood.
So? Good spot to ground shit. I sent some of my... I'm counting on you. All right?
Lohar rubs his forehead.
So?
Lohar takes the amulet and turns it over in his hand. He pockets it matter-of-factly.
What did you find in the cave? Dead. More dead. And Mordus with them. I owe you. Whole realm owes you, really. But I'll do my best to settle that debt myself. Take this key. Nicked it from the Whites. It opens a chest in the Magister Barracks, 2nd floor. Be careful getting at it. If they spot you, it'll be lights out. Should be some good stuff in there, though. Real good. Well, someone will have to clean up the mess in that cave. Bury the dead. Get rid of anything the Magisters might use to pin anything on us. But you, I imagine you'll be moving on. Right. Yes. Indeed. Apart from Mordus, I can think of 3 folks in the area who'd be worth your time. Give me your map. First, a demonologist. My people reported he passed through here not long ago. Avoided the Magisters very carefully, that one. J-Hand's his name. I'll show you where we last saw him. Next is an easy one. Well, maybe not easy, but obvious. Riker, master of the old graveyard. Now there's a sorcerer you don't want to double-cross. Not far from here either. Last one I can think of may not be useful. There's an elf called Sahala. Young but powerful. She got carted off to the Joy. Her people have been spotted in the area, though, and I wouldn't have put it past them to spring her out. Here, look where I've marked. You'll find them. They worship that girl, like she were their flesh-munching god himself. And there you have it. I hope one of them can tell you what you need to know. I guess there's no hiding it now. It's like this. I didn't sign up to move Death Fog. Other weapons, even soul-forged weapons, sure. But Death Fog? Absolutely not. When we found the bomb on a Magister ship, I was told to ship it to Arx along with the rest of the stuff. But I couldn't. I didn't want my people to have it any more than theirs. Nothing good can come of Death Fog. Nothing. Mordus disagreed, obviously. But thanks to you, he's dead. I'll go destroy the Death Fog bomb myself. Make sure no one can get their hands on it. Ever.
In an instant, Lohar goes completely white.
No! What have we done? I don't deserve your kindness. I should have told you before. No, I've got no excuse. I'm gonna do what I can to stop the Queen. I suggest you try the same. Get to Arx. End this before Justinia does. There'll be a wedding in full swing by the time you arrive. A girl named Isla and some do-nothing type. Her father's well placed, though. If anyone knows where to find the Queen, it's him. Mikhail Ross is his name. Tell him I sent ya. Arx, wedding, Mikhail Ross. Got that? Off with you then. Time ain't on our side.
Why you gotta make us hurt ya? Looking rough, Mole. Real rough.
What is it? I have a lot on my mind.
Why you gotta make us hurt ya?
That's a lot of blood. On with you then.
Don't let...
Better not be giving Boss a hard...
Ma, I'm fine.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
Calm down, Brianna. Carver's got his dossier on the sorcerers. Everything's falling into place. All I need to do is... watch.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
Calm down, Brianna. Carver's got his dossier on the sorcerers.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again. Tired of living? I'll help you out with that if you don't get out of my sight in 5, 4, 3...
See? Still awake. Always. We must...
You do know cookie boy of mine.
Ma, I'm fine.
Better than fine, Thumb. You're a hero.
Of course, sir. Right away.
I'm on a break now, Yvette.
Hell with her! I need those reports, damn it!
Right away.
Lost in memory, present gone from sight. But threatened by the void, they rise together.
And a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
Meister's back. The Meister. She doesn't feel like playing.
The Meister sits slumped in her chair. You notice that some of her scales have dropped to the floor.
What news? Can you channel enough source? Are you powerful enough to proceed? Blessed news! Now hurry. Gather the source you need from the fountain and perform the ritual again.
The Meister sits slumped in her chair.
What news? Can you channel enough blessed news? Now hurry. Gather the source you need from the fountain and perform the ritual again.
Stay strong on your holy mission, Godwoken.
was killed quite mercilessly.
You shut your eyes. You hear it click. What do these things... You run through the caves as far... You run straight in. You frantically... You claw desperately at the cave wall, but they're slick with water into an unknown... You feel a tidal wave of panic drown you. You shift uncomfortably as the wagon traverses a path. You sigh and gaze outward, but then you see something flying. Your eyes widen as they draw nearer. Though...
Hello again. And I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could... Of course. Told you I would, didn't I? Sure thing.
As the smoke swirls about your skull, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul. The Meister sits slumped in her chair. You notice that some of her scales have dropped to the floor.
What news? Can you channel enough source? Are you powerful enough to proceed? Then why, pray tell, are you wasting both...
As the smoke, you feel you return to the... As the smoke swirls about your skull, your vision stops. You feel your body you return to the... As the you feel you return... As the you As the smoke swirls, as the world fades... As you approach, Amadia greets you with outstretched arms, though her face is marred by a pained grimace.
My child, my sweet, you positively brim with sauce. No wonder after all the adventures you have had, all the things you have had to do. Oh, my sweet, it is naught but a chill. Your soul has a draft, it seems. Perhaps you...
A sudden shudder jolts through her body so violently that she drops to her knees, stunned into silence. She whispers, there really is no need for your assistance, but from the weight of her arms around you, you can tell she'd have trouble getting back up by herself. An ancient curse escapes from her lips, spoken so forcefully that for a brief moment all light recedes into the webs of darkness.
I refuse to entertain the possibility. Yes, the void is stronger than ever, but so are you, my child. I can sense the expanse of source inside you. You are ready to learn the spell I have yearned to teach you. The spell you will need when we reach the Well of Ascension. I have granted your spirit eyes with which to see the source. Now I shall grant it teeth with which to take it.
Amadia smiles, and you notice for the first time 2 vampiric fangs glistening beneath her upper lip. A gulf of magic envelops you, and you feel an insatiable hunger for source.
Go on. I am here for you. Give in to your hunger. Yes, relish in your lust for power, just as a god should. Go on, my sweet. Devour me. Feast upon me, I command you.
Though your spell tore through her like a spear through flesh, Amadia looks grimly happy, if haggard.
You speak the spell with brash ferocity, as I knew you would, my child. Oh, do you still not see? Even though you are a god-woken, destined to be a god? Let me tell you the one truth about what it means to be a god. It is to be the lion in a world of lambs. It is about power, and power is not given. It is taken, with all-seeing eyes and all-consuming teeth. You can see the souls of the dead, and now you can feed from them to your hungry heart's content. So feed, my sweet, for you will starve until you finally feast upon the Well of Ascension. No, your soul must grow larger still, your inner self become a vaster expanse, so that it may house your divine power. There are more masters of the Source, more aspects of the Source to learn. The hunt continues, my child. Go hence, learn, and do not tarry. The void grows...
You seem different. Tell me, what have you learned? Or has the smoke simply addled your mind beyond repair? Vampirism? As if killing a creature weren't enough, you should utterly destroy its soul too. A dark skill, but certainly useful.
The Meister slumps back in her chair, closing her eyes. Her breathing is shallow and ragged.
Very well then. But as you lack the glowing eyes of the divine, or the purpose of one soon to be divine, I trust you need more source. You need another master of source, naturally. I just pray the list you stole from the Magisters was long enough.
Horrible sorcerer! You can slay them with the first.
The spirit scrunches his face. The Magister's lips open in a silent scream as his essence leaks away. The Magister's spirit waits for relief that never comes.
Right above me. I'm just another you myself.
I'm Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane.
What's even the point?
Oh, I'm always the sorcerer.
How you holding up?
Talk about it.
Glad to see you well. Until later, then.
Take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf. And
Back for a return visit, are you? Yep.
God knows what stuff those beasts.
Buying or selling?
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not while you're buying anything.
They don't come... How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Sagas. Culprits still alive.
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
Keeping it together, Bree. You're safe among friends. Never forget. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Oh, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere. Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Yes, of course.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Sagas. Culprits still at large. Queen Justinia executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Nothing good. The void woken are everywhere. Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Oh, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
To march against the ancient empire.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.